Now then folks, how you doing? Thanks for being here, it really means a lot. I've got some exciting things happening on the channel this week, so make sure that you've got your notification bell turned on and you are subscribed. And it all kicks off from tomorrow. But anyway, today's video is all about a new piece of software called SImHub. Now, many of you may have seen over the years that I use a DOF Reality H2, and in fact it was pretty much a game changer for me, as it is for anybody who owns a motion rig. Combined with VR, it absolutely is amazing. It really is that next step in your immersion. Sounds corny, but it's true. However, software is always a thing that it's hard to get right with such a very complex piece of equipment. And I've been using software called SImHub Studio for many years, and I think it's really good. I do like it, but it does have some drawbacks. For example, you need motion compensation when in VR in a motion rig, and that's simply because when you move left and right, just like you're seeing now on this particular piece of footage, you need to make sure you're staying central in the cockpit. As you can see here, it works really well. However, I do believe you need to buy a license or subscription for the motion compensation to work. I think it's called a premium license key, and mine actually ran out in December last year. It's just a bit of a pain. And this is one of the many reasons why SImHub is the better option now for motion rig lovers. So a big shout out first of all to a guy called AmpCode, who is part of my Discord. He did kindly gift me a copy of SImHub and SImHub Motion add-on, and I never even heard of this prior to him contacting me, so thank you AmpCode, really appreciate it. And I've been testing this out for a number of weeks now. There is many things that this does far better, and I've even asked my Discord, which at the moment is, well, full of very excited SImHub owners now, and they are using it in place of SImHub Studio. For example, Flyboy, who's been a member of my Discord for many years now, thank you for your support, but it really means a lot. He said, one thing I absolutely love from a logistical point of view is the ability to create a profile and assign specific aircraft to that profile and automatically load it. Now I do believe SImHub Studio has this, but SImHub just does it better, especially for Flyboy. As he said, SImHub Studio Profile Management was a dumpster fire the last time he used it. And he goes on as well to talk about how great it is in race sims, you know, such as Assetto Corsa, I'm guessing, and Project Cars and whatever. But from a flying point of view, this is where it gets really interesting, because not only do you get free motion compensation, which I really do love, it has to be said that the motion just feels a lot less mechanical. And there's something about the way the telemetry is fed into the software and then chucked out into your motion rig that just feels a lot smoother. Now, don't get me wrong, there is still some cogging effect when in the motion rig, especially not when I'm doing, you know, aerobatic maneuvers, but when I'm doing slow GA turns. But it definitely does feel smoother. And I think overall, the motion rig, I guess it just feels happier with this software. It's less jerky and there's less sort of abrupt movements. I just really like how the general forces feel a lot more believable overall, especially during high G turns, air braking, and even for slower GA flights. When slowing down, speeding up, it just feels a lot more smoother. Things like snap rolls and decreasing speed suddenly, I'm really impressed how just it feels a bit more floaty. It is hard to describe, but it's the best way I can express how this feels. Now, I've been using a number of different settings, again thanks to my Discord, because they are the experts here, not me. And I do recommend, if you do download SImHub, to check out my Discord for, you know, some help, because it did take me a little bit of time to get it set up. Things like surge, in the beginning I wasn't that impressed, but after messing around with the settings, as you can see here, this is the software, it looks very nice I must say, I definitely have got it to where I want. And again, that is thanks to my amazing Discord community, a guy here called Bud Saul. This is his settings for Surge. I copied them and it worked a treat, so much appreciated. Also, a massive shout out to Mick Ladd as well, because I've been using some of his profiles, which works a treat. And one last mention, and that is Doug. He kept pinging me in the motion platform section of my Discord to keep reminding me to try it. And I really wished I'd tried it sooner, because now it's replaced SimRay Studio for me. So really, this is just a very simple and quick video just to make you aware that SimHub is an alternative option for those of you out there that do have a motion platform. And it's very configurable. I really like the software, and in general I just feel like my motion rig feels a lot smoother with it. There is still cogging. That is something that won't be improved unless I upgraded my motors. But imagine what it'd be like with those new motors and SimHub. Wow, that would be incredibly smooth indeed. Now, as I continue to get to know SimHub, and if you're interested, because I've no idea if anyone's going to be really that bothered about this video, to be honest, but if it does gain traction and people want a settings guide, then I think in the next couple of weeks, I'm really going to get my settings honed in, and I can do a separate guide for this piece of software. But I must admit, for motion rig lovers, you really owe yourself a chance at trying SimHub, because for me, it gives me a better feeling of flight. Thanks so much for watching, as always. Please feel free to subscribe. Very exciting content coming this week. But for now, take care, and I'll see you again tomorrow.